All right, everyone, welcome back to my channel. So at this point I'm trying to write accessibility tests for in the component level. So I'm kind of like very used to writing it in the high level in end-to-end tests, but as you already know, that is time consuming and costly. So to write it in the component level is a lot more faster, quicker, and easier. For example, if you go to VITEJS, you could follow the instructions on how to install your dependencies for the test. So, for example, I've got these dependencies for testing. This one and React DOM for testing. And what I've done is I've installed these dependencies. I follow the instructions, watch videos, follow the instructions, and install these dependencies. And then I'm running accessibility on my let me see, let me go to the right page, not the right one. Right, I'm running accessibility on my page right here. And then so I mean, you could use different tools, as it's not dev tools are good if you add it to your browser. If you add the extension to your browser, you could make use of it in your test. And basically I'm kind of like trying to follow what it's saying here. So for example, the simplest one for me to do in this video is this one. So it says page should contain a one level headed. And basically this particular code right here is if I could do run wave here, you will see that like for example, this one says H2. I don't have H1. It's H2, so it's not recommended. So it's not very good for users of assistive requirement, and you need to write it. And then I'm using it multiple times, like here, look. So you need to kind of like bring it down. This one needs to be the header. The main header needs to be H1, and these lot need to follow it down and go to H2 and so forth. Yeah, so there's various things that I need to run here, and I think the whole thing needs, I need to make sure, I think this is what it points out. It's a missing first level headed. A page does not have a first level headed. So yeah, that's the main thing. Really, one of this, and this is the main one, needs to be the first level headed. So if you use the as tools, dev tools, it takes you and explain everything, and then it takes you to the code itself, and then it says how to do it. So for this one, I think is my home page. If I could go to the home page, this is the home test. Yes, this is the home page, and I've written a test to say, right, I need to make sure I've got this to inspect it for me. And I'm picking I've got the various stuff that I need. I got a router to make sure that I wrap router around my app. Otherwise, I get errors. I was facing this error for a while until I figured it out. I did some research and figured it out how to fix it. And then yeah, so I'm importing my application, and I think if I need to follow the rules, this needs to be done here after all the rest of it. And then I'm picking render, and then it's render from the testing library React /React that we are using to essentially, I think, mounting the application. This is different from high level tests where you just pass the base URL and your endpoint or whatever / whatever follows to your website, and then you just carry on and do your test. But here you have to go through it this way. and then I'm inspecting the page and saying, right, I need to make sure. So if I could get this test right to pass, then it will be great, isn't it? So let me just put only here, and then if I go back to the home page, I have kind of separated my test from the pages because I just feel like it's not organized and it doesn't look good. So for me, but that makes it hard to write your test and then fix the code at the same time. So I will just attempt to do the ones that I think I could try and do. So for this one, this is the welcome what is it, the page and the main page title, and then I'm gonna change this one to, this is the easiest. Now fix the rest of my code in behind the scenes and then show it later in another video. So yeah, so I've changed this one, and I've got it set up as auto. So let's just save it again anyway, and I'm just going to go to my page right now and just refresh it, and you can see how big now the title is. So let's rerun this and see what happens. So now it fixed that particular problem, but there was a lot more that I picked up with Wave, which I'll find a way to fix it. But when you use the as tools, dev tools, it makes it so easy to see where the point is and where the problem is. Like here, remember what it was showing before, it just showed how it was easy to see where it was pointing to. It with the wave tools, I hope I'm not gonna run over my thing, but with the wave tools, I think I did show. See, now it's first level headed here, it's showing here, and I don't know if that is, but before it was red error. So now the red error is gone, the rest of it is quite low. So red means dangerous, really. Yeah, so this is really good. I will follow the rest of it to fix the rest of here. I think when it is green, it means it's not bad, is it? But this lot needs to be fixed as well at the top, and I think that will be it. But just so we don't run out of, this is what I'll be doing to fix the accessibility problems. We did run the test, didn't we? We did run the test, did we? Yeah, we ran the test, and this is the home test, and it was failing before. Now it is passing. Let me put it back to where it was before, and then just to prove that if you fix it, the test will pass. Let's see. Now this test should do something, because I believe that it's in a watch mode. Let me quit it and then do it again. Say, yeah, see how the test fails. I've got a little one that says check to make sure that it fails. Oh, it's looking at something else, isn't it? It's looking at another page. Yeah, I will sort this out and get back. All right, so I just needed to make sure that I ran the right file. So I'm just filtering to make sure that I ran the home file, and I believe I am running, I want to run just, I think this one. I'm in the wrong file, am I not? Yeah, of course. I want to, and I think there's only a few here, so that's fine. Let me just run the home files. I think I'm on the right track, and yeah, so I just wanted this one to fail, and it has failed. It says there's no accessibility element with the row heading, whatever. Anyway, so it fails that particular test, so I just want to make sure that that test passes. So let me just put dot only here, so when we run it, hopefully it will pick just that particular, it won't go into it. Let me close this down and do another one. Let me just say run this bit, and essentially I want to concentrate on one test. Okay, so it says should verify the home worker message is headed 1. So yeah, I want to make sure that particular page is headed 1. So let me go back to the file and change this one to h1, and this is how it was. So now hopefully it was passing when we did it, wasn't it? Okay, let me close this down and start again. I don't know if I've written the test wrong, but essentially if you want to check the header, it is complaining that there is no accessibility, cannot convert undefined or null to an object expanded. Okay, so it's the way I've written the test, but it's supposed to actually pass. Let me just do this one and see what happens. Yep, so we got this one passing, and it leaves the other one because we don't want to run the other one, but essentially we need to make sure that we have this particular test passing. The second one we can leave it, we don't care about the second one, but the first one we know is passing, and basically we just fix this particular problem. All right, so I will probably work on the others and show you guys how I got it passing, and then maybe go over why it worked. And then I did show this bit where I rerun this, and then that particular issue disappeared. There was one issue, we fixed it, and now it's now disappeared. So that's how basically I will attempt to fix these accessibility issues on my page. And that's how we can actually practice how we can write tests in the low level with the page. And what I really wanted by is that I could have written in where you just can't, in the high level test you can just scan it and then we'll pick all the issues in one go. That means you need to if you run one test, you need to make sure that all the issues are fixed. So what happens if I ain't got time to fix everything? So this is why I've kind of like written different tests for the ones that I have seen. And then on as tools it's not showing everything, but on if you use Wade extension you will see more issues. And here you can see that on my left hand corner here there's no serious or dangerous errors, and it seems that I need to fix this one for the main navigation menus, but that's it really. So it says congratulations, no errors were detected. Manual testing is still necessary to ensure compliance and optional accessibility. So I mean there are still some issues that needs to be fixed. Apart from that, yeah, it looks like I fixed this one as well because I added what it needed, but I will double check. But that's it, we're done with this one. Thank you for coming back to my channel, and I will see you in the next video.